Remember learning about Queen Elizabeth Water in school? The legendary monarch who ascended the throne in 1558? Sure, we all know about her epic reign. But let's dive into the juicy bits they don't teach in class. Buckle up, because Queen Elizabeth wasn't just England's virgin queen, she was a fiery ruler who cursed like a sailor. First off, did you know she narrowly escaped execution by her older sister? When her brother Edward VI died in 1553, chaos ensued. Elizabeth and her half-sister Mary both had factions backing them. Mary snagged the crown, crushed rebellions left and right, earning the nickname Bloody Mary. She even imprisoned Elizabeth for 2 months, narrowly sparing her from execution after Elizabeth convinced Mary she wasn't part of the revolts. Talk about sibling rivalry! Secondly, Elizabeth wasn't supposed to be queen at all. Henry VIII meticulously planned the line of succession. Edward first, then Mary, and finally Elizabeth. But fate had other plans. With both Edward and Mary dying without heirs, Elizabeth lucked into the throne. Then, Elizabeth's image became legendary thanks to some crafty advisors. They had portraits painted depicting her as goddesses, like Venus and Diana, building her divine monarch persona. This brilliant PR move helped her rule for over 40 years. Despite pressure from Parliament to marry and produce an heir, Elizabeth stayed single. Her father, Henry VIII, was obsessed with a male heir, but Elizabeth was firm. She'd marry no man. Instead, she declared herself married to her country. But let's not pretend she lived like a nun. Rumor has it she had several secret lovers. One enduring story involves her lifelong friend Robert Dudley. Though she turned down royal proposals left and right, Dudley was always close to her heart. Despite the whispers, she never married him, maintaining her image above all. Of course, some rumors were outrageous, like the one claiming Elizabeth was actually a man, which supposedly explained her never marrying. This wild theory suggested she died young and was replaced by a red-haired boy. Totally bonkers, right? Elizabeth I wore a substantial amount of white makeup, called Venetian ceruse, which contained lead. This makeup, while giving her the desired pale complexion, likely caused lead poisoning, contributing to health issues later in her life. She was highly educated, fluent in multiple languages, including Latin, French, Greek, and Italian. She was known for her intellect and wit, often engaging in scholarly pursuits. Elizabeth was a fashion icon of her time. She popularized the use of elaborate gowns, ruffs, and wigs. Her wardrobe was vast, containing over 2,000 gowns. She even had over 2,000 pairs of gloves, and her wardrobe was so vast she never wore the same outfit twice. Elizabeth was known to consult astrologers. John Dee, a famous astrologer and mathematician, was one of her advisors. Astrology played a significant role in her decision-making. Elizabeth's reign was fraught with danger, and she survived multiple assassination attempts. The most famous plot was the Babington Plot in 1586, which led to the execution of Mary, Queen of Scots. One of her most famous achievements was the defeat of the Spanish Armada in 1588. This victory solidified England's naval dominance and Elizabeth's legacy as a powerful and competent ruler. Elizabeth was a great patron of the arts, particularly the theater. William Shakespeare and his contemporaries thrived under her reign, and she enjoyed attending plays. Elizabeth was known for her striking red hair, which she often enhanced with wigs later in life. Her hair color became a symbol of her identity and legacy. Beneath the glamorous facade was a woman marked by smallpox scars and hair loss. Unwilling to be defeated by these setbacks, she donned wigs and heavy makeup, though the latter only worsened her skin. Elizabeth was seriously vain. Her ladies-in-waiting spent hours getting her ready every day. As she aged, it only got worse. With her beauty routine taking over 4 hours, she made sure other women looked plain by demanding her ladies wear only black or white, making her shine even brighter by comparison. Despite her mother's execution, Elizabeth admired Anne Boleyn. She secretly cherished her mother, often wearing Anne's jewelry, including initial pendants. As queen, she kept a locket with her mother's picture and granted titles to her mother's favorites. So, next time you think of Queen Elizabeth I to remember, she was far more than the serene ruler in history books. She was a complex, fiery, and fascinating figure whose life was anything but dull.